Okay. What? Okay.
Hello, hello. We are live, I do believe. Sorry about that, guys. A little complication, but we are live. What's up, YouTube? It's me, Super Mario DJ here, and hopefully we will have another curse stream. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch yesterday's stream. What are you doing here? Yeah, I know you're here. You're here for another stream. Nah, I'm just joking. All right. So today is an interesting stream because it's a collab. If you didn't understand the title, it's a collab, and with someone brand new to you guys. To me, it's a good friend of mine. So we will start momentarily. I think the stream's behind, and that's kind of my bad. Yeah, the stream was behind. Oh, we got some viewers coming in. Wow. Here come the viewers. Here come the viewers. So I normally don't open Discord, but today's an exception. I open Discord. I've used Discord before. I just don't usually show it on stream because of private DMs and whatnot. But today is an exception just because I have a guest. So let me unmute our guest and I will introduce him momentarily. I'm just waiting for stream to catch up. I don't want to be behind by the stream. So yeah, just check the stream. I think the stream's alright. Alright. Unmuting, presenting Try. Hello.
Hi, I'm
think,
Try. I'm an old friend.
yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was making sure stream was still doing its thing, but it looks alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, I brought Try on because of today's topic. Mainly the playlist on the channel known as the Project FNaf World playlist, Minecraft FNaf World Roleplay, whatever you want to call it. That little thing that has like 4 or 5 things on it. Yeah. Let's talk about that. That's the discussion of today's stream. I brought on Try because he actually was a builder for that world set roleplay thing.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I think if we were building on the Wii U, and at some point between gamepad not working, we just kind of shelved our Wii U. And...
Well, even though even though connections were dropped between the project, I still went on and added some things, tweaked some things, and most of the builds are finished. I think there's 1 or 2 things that could be improved or finished, one of the 2. But yeah, Project FNaf World. You're probably wondering, what is that? Why is it called Project FNaf World? How big is it? Well, it started out small and it's just kind of expanded, kind of to say. It's a pretty big project, but has a lot of good aspects to it. Again, obviously, in the thumbnail, actually, there are a couple screenshots of the builds. There's, I think, Sister Location, which we will talk about. Pizzeria Simulator, I built that, and there's another location I can't think that's on the thumbnail that's in the world. But yeah, a lot of builds and whatnot. I'm just gonna switch over to just my screen, just because, again, Discord, private DMs, whatnot. But yeah, we will maybe go to the channel and talk about some of the playlist itself. But we're gonna start off with a couple questions for Try about what his overall feeling for the project was. So you can talk about the project a bit.
Well, I think back when we started it, we weren't certain we were going to do the whole role play. But then after doing it for a while, I can't remember which one. Can't remember when exactly. It was a long time ago, but yeah, we decided wanted to make this into a thing, like an actual like role play that we spent time and stuff on.
Yeah, and something I could talk about is I did a prequel episode that's like supposed to be like setting up the groundwork for the main series, and all it is just my character built or bought a location, had it built, and now he's making sure all the stuff is there before night one. So it's kind of like a prequel episode, if you will, just laying the groundwork. And again, I might have jumped the gun again. It was something I wanted to do, and I started my channel. I'm like, let's get a teaser out there, and then there was like a big gap, and I'm like, I can post a couple other teasers, and then I did the prequel episode, and that's where it kind of sits roughly. So yeah, again, I jumped the gun, but I wanted to share this with you guys because a lot of fun stuff did go into it. Like, Try is one of my main redstoners for the whole project, so he can tell you about how crazy some of the redstone was for
Oh
some of the
yeah, I
builds.
remember. Simple light switches, they're easy to do in theory, but then you try and do it with very tight um build area constraints, and even like a simple light switch becomes surprisingly difficult to pull off.
Yeah. Uh, I think one of
Um,
the hardest things probably for you was either sister location or the factory.
um, I think there's yeah, sister location. There is some stuff. Yeah, specifically like pulling off like crawl vents using minecarts and stuff. It was a surprising amount of effort. I think the single thing which gave me the most trouble though was probably the key card door in the back of I think the normal location.
I think the hardest thing was either the generator for Funtime Freddy's room or the controlled shocks or lighting system. I mean, I think most. Oh, you made the scooper work too, the in sister location.
Oh yeah, I did the scooper. That was a that was a thing.
Yeah, and then I think by far your most craziest redstone stuff comes from the factory as well, because you have floor lights, ceiling lights. You had to weave around ventilation and whatnot.
Hmm. Yeah.
To the point where literally you claimed a security office where you put all the power levers. That has become
Yeah.
your office of the series.
Hmm. Yeah, we made some crazy stuff on that.
I think talking about it, I think it would be cool if we when we get more time for the roleplay, if we use like the levers, like the errors in FNaf 3 where you have to reboot the system, and it's all up to you rebooting the levers for the different rooms.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely was a lot of like easy stuff to build. Like, there's a huge building that combines FNAF 1, 2, and 3 all in one location. That was FNAF World, my favorite location.
Hmm.
That was the start. That was the starting of everything. I think by far out of everyone's house, I think you could talk about your house because yours is the most futuristic house in that world.
Yeah. So I basically um I don't do a ton of building, but I pretty distinctly remember like I wanted to try out making like a modern-esque style house.
Right?
And so I did that, like kind of based it on a couple of builds I had seen in like some like really old like Minecraft like best of builds style book.
Yeah. Hello? Did the connection drop?
Um
Alright.
no.
I was gonna say stream looks healthy, so I was gonna say I don't think it's stream.
Yeah, I think it's just my internet's not great.
Right. I think roughly, since it is a huge FNaf roleplay, I guess I'll get this question out of the way too. Was there any like favorite animatronics that were being implemented into like, the story of the series of like Project FNaf World?
Favorite animatronics. That seems kind of hard because there were a lot of animatronics.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I think my favorite probably had to be the puppet, mainly because there is actually some redstone behind making the puppet properly function,
Yeah, right.
like making them pop out of the box.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right. Mine gonna have to go with small spoiler Fred Trap, one of the villains of the series. Won't say how that is created, but that is a fun character I created, Fred Trap. Yeah, Fred Trap is an interesting character. Just all I can say is think of Springtrap and just turn into a Freddy. Fred Trap in a nutshell. Now I think there's like a lot of stuff that like literally went into the roleplay. I think like it it was after like you had stopped coming in the world, but I think you had suggested in like the building stage that we had like an arcade, and I recently did add an arcade to Project FNaf World,
Hmm.
which was for I think you had
Yeah, I
suggested
think I
it
remember
for
that.
the what I'm gonna quote unquote say as the detective series. I won't say you guys will have to wait if this happens to find out which one is the detective series, but that one's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
I think by far maybe one of the hardest ones is gonna do to like pull off is maybe. All right, let me ask you that one. What season or like part of the role play do you think is gonna be the hardest one to pull off? I think FNAF World should be an easy one to get done because just all the location.
Um, I think yeah, FNAF World's definitely like. Sorry, what's the question again? I
Like
apologize.
what part of the role play series do you think is gonna be the hardest like to pull off? Like by like body actors, voice acting, etc.
Uh, which role? Huh.
Well, like what part of the story or like what season do you think roughly would be the hardest
Yeah.
one to get done?
Um, I think one of the probably like the first one of the like first few is probably going to be the hardest to act.
I think either I think FNAF World has its easy points. Maybe FNAF World will have its hard points too. But I think Sister Location might be hard because of it's like the way the amount of people you can fit through the vent system is gonna be tough, and just like the storytelling of that one, that's where like storytelling starts picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think either Sister Location or maybe like the factory, where it's like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah. I know like you haven't been there and there's like other stuff like I added Ultimate Custom Night and Pizzeria Simulator and small story things like I won't say, but it's like I'm gonna make Fredbear be the villain of the UCN arc one because of how it actually is Tang. I'm gonna like kind of have that one connect to actually how Ultimate Custom Night is played out, like Fredbear's trapping William F in there and all that. I think UCN is gonna be hardest one. There's no way we could get 50 actors on there. I mean, like we don't have to have all the animatronics on, but I mean, Ultimate Custom is a lot of body actors, I would say.
Yeah, Ultimate Custom Night's going to have a lot. Yeah, it's just like a point where we want to not. There's a certain like critical mass of bodies, like like body actors.
On set, right?
Um, yeah, theoretically the hard limit is armor stands, but there's only it's going to be difficult to get just enough people there
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
do
like
it.
kind.
Mhm.
I think Okay. I think a question to go into is like, how. I don't know. I was gonna say like you can talk about your character a bit. I guess I know it's like there's some differences from your normal self, but I mean like my character, all it is really a change name, like just gonna be like all professional pizzeria manager.
Yeah, my guy's kind of lazy. He's a tech geek, and um, he's generally the one who will be operating computers and stuff.
I could see
He's
your character doing like the parts of the service mode from like Help Wanted. Not saying that's gonna be part of the role play, but I could see yours doing like all the maintenance on the animatronics.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of like fun stuff actually goes into Project FNaf. Like I think maybe this is almost a good segue to pop over to like some of the stuff on like the channel and talk about that. I know like you didn't help create it, but like we can talk about it and discuss it.
Yeah.
Wait, I think opening but I think uh yeah, Ultimate Custom Night is gonna be a challenging one plus some other ones.
A lot of I think a lot of the hard part is over, which is building the actual locations. But
Well, yeah,
we're not
that's
out of the woods yet.
yeah, we're not. I mean, we still have to find a way to either port it over or some shenanigans like that, or go through all the horrible process of building everything and redstoning it all again, which was like part of my issue when I had got PC Minecraft. Everyone's like, "Oh, just rebuild it." I'm like, that's a lot of work going down the drain.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that there's no easy way to port worlds from Wii U to like to um. Honestly,
PC.
we'd probably end up using the Bedrock edition.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so yeah, I'm pulling up the playlist right now. Obviously, we're gonna skip over the first video because the first video was like a joke video of me choosing proper FNAF world as like a joke trailer. But I think some of like the other stuff, like I think we haven't talked about yet, is like I obviously there's Springtrap who I'm assuming we're probably gonna just keep as William Afton. I mean like I know I'm the main person running it, but there's still a lot of like group discussion. Like, are we gonna have Henry or William in the series and all that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it we're gonna just have to do as we do, but
Yeah.
we do have a lot of stuff we can theoretically hammer out ahead.
Yeah. Just doing one things for a second, cause I'm just gonna mute this Discord server because I'm being spammed with messages. Not right now. Thank you very much. But yeah. So Project FNAF. First thing that went up was a short teaser on my actual birthday last year, which was all it was really was just my character like coding the difficulties for the animatronics, which I mean like that could be part of the story where it's like, oh, a reason some of the animatronics are acting up is because they were coded wrong, but I don't know. That's a group
Yeah.
discussion. I think like you can't obviously program the nightmare animatronics or spring for the phantoms like animatronics like that.
Yeah. There's like some stuff we can do with armor stands, but a lot of it's just ultimately down to players and armor.
Yeah. Uh, One thing I think to talk about is like how we're also, since FNAF World has like all the bosses, how we're having Scott also have like a big role in the storyline as well.
Yeah.
Like there's the creation my character creates up of Nightmare Scott, which is just like just Scott's adventure FNAF World model with nightmare teeth and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, there's something. Remember the scrapyard? The junkyard?
I think the junkyard is in another world. I don't think Project FNaf had a junkyard. I don't recall.
You know, that might have been in my, like, personal world.
Yeah, because you also mentioned the puppet box, which I think was also in your personal world and whatnot.
Handful of stuff we built, like, just for fun in another world. Most of it was more so for, like, just something fun to build than for any specific purpose.
Yeah, I mean,
Could have
like,
sworn the junkyard was in your world, though.
I had a junkyard in, like, my personal city world that wasn't for role playing, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think another big thing is, like, how many, like, main characters we had. Because, like, not saying we're overdoing it, but we do have, like, I think my character plus your character plus, like, I think 4 or 5 other main characters and the animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, each character is going to have their own personality and whatnot. Like I said, my character goes from being a pizzeria manager to, like, sometimes having to be a night guard because of things going on in the story.
Yeah.
And there's like times where, like, we go from, like, our personal our character self to, like, oh, now all of a sudden instead of Try's character being like I'm like a tech geek, he's like a full on detective and whatnot. Again, detective arc.
Yeah. Again, the creative liberties.
Yeah. By far, I mean, this is something I always wanted to talk about on the stream. I think by far we had someone else in the group that created by far the best animatronic line. I think you know what I'm talking about. The lovely fruit themed animatronics.
Oh yeah, I remember that entire thing.
Yeah,
Maybe I shouldn't say his name. Does he have something he goes by on your channel?
he's only appeared once, and I don't know if he's coming back. So we'll just say a fellow friend for now.
Yeah, like hit like Mr. Fruitman's Fun World.
I think it's fun at Watermelon. I don't remember. It's something like that, something crazy and wacky. Yeah, and then, like, there's still, like, the houses. There's, like, it's basically like a city because you got like your police station, your fire station. You actually built the courthouse for one of the episodes,
Yeah,
and I love to talk about just
I remember that courthouse. I was pretty proud of it.
yeah. Uh, Something I think is fun to talk about is, like, just like we've done, like, fun non-canon role plays that may eventually, like, some of that plot will make way to, like, the full thing.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of funny jokes. Like, there's another friend of mine who literally screamed, "Oh my God, it's Big Bird!" when he saw Chica in the hallway. That was something stupid.
Yeah.
And then the friend that built watermelons was always talking about, like, oh, why is your character going crazy? Like, oh, they made me watch a China documentary, and it was like, that was another stupid
Yeah.
joke. China taking over China. Obviously, I don't know if those things will make it into the final cut, but those are some stupid jokes that came out of off-camera stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, like, obviously we have, like, FNaf World, which combines, like, the first 4 games, plus there's, like, Fredbear's Diner off to the side. There are, like, some, like, secret, like, other builds, like, there's, like, the Halloween location under FNaf World that could have, like, its own spin-off Halloween video.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you were there for that, but I added, like, this, like, even, like, earlier version before Fredbear's, like, a Poor Bear Diner thing. That's, like, it comes way before Fredbear's Family Diner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Project FNaf is, like, the first time you see a complete intact Purple Guy's house. I don't remember if you were there for that. Because there have been other worlds where we just built, like, a broken down Purple Guy house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
FNaf World is, like, as a whole, like, it makes you look like Purple Guy has two houses, because my character's house, the FNaf 4 house, was Purple Guy's house, and he has a purple house. So he technically has two houses in the story. But yeah, I think I think another. I'm gonna click on one of the things. Like I said, this is like where things need to get ironed out. But I remember I did a teaser, uh, as if it was a training tape from Henry, like again the co-owner of Fredbear's Family Diner and all that. I mean, like, there's like these questionable things that need to be ironed out. But it's like Henry was brought into the series just for like a little kid training set tape. Like, oh, this could be like something they play for the new employees of Fazbear Entertainment and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this could be like what my character sees when I first like join the Fazbear company. And I think, like, again, there's a lot of stuff. Like, FNAF World as a game was like its own little corny, jokey kind of FNAF game, but it did have like some good storytelling in it. Like, obviously, we're not gonna have like this whole glitch Fredbear and like 3 layers down and you've gone too deep and all that. But there are some instruction, like, characters that are crucial. Like, again, Scott Coffin, the final boss. I think we have something to talk about. Is like, are we gonna use the rainbow boss from FNAF World? Because I think that would be funny for like a one-off episode where that's just a giant rainbow and we blow it up with TNT or something.
Yeah.
Because the rainbow was an annoying character, to be honest. But yeah, FNAF World as a whole is like a fun little. See, it does seem long, but when it like all comes together, there's a lot of fun and good storytelling to be had.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like I said, the whole playing one of the cutscenes now just because to fill the silence while I think. But yeah, again, Henry's questionability to the series is something. Ooh, that's something you would never say.
Hey guys, my name is Henry.
All right,
and if you are watching this, you must have become.
Yeah. When I try and do voice acting, I think another fun thing is like there's another thing like small roleplay on the channel that might become its own thing on PC soon. Or it's like it was supposed to be a prequel to a prequel, which I know that's a little crazy, but it's like what my character does before buying like the first location and whatnot. And I think that would make for some new story, like how my character came to like interact with the animatronics, maybe meeting Purple Guy for the first time, etc., etc. And I mean, obviously, we're gonna have like your key events, like the Bite of 87 versus the Bite of 83, and like the baby incident and whatnot. And I think we're even gonna need like voice acting for like animatronics too. Like some animatronics are gonna have voices. Like, here's a question to shoot at you. Out of like some of the main animatronics, which animatronics do you think should have like voice acting? Like,
I don't know.
I would say maybe like.
I mean, we know some of them have voice acting as far as like Ultimate Custom Night is concerned,
and like City's Location.
Plus, I think a handful of ones that are more story significant for the Project FNAF world.
I think like Springtrap, Puppet, maybe Circus Baby, some of the City's Location animatronics should have voices, maybe, if not like the official, some close enough to it. I mean, like, we can, like, something I haven't thought about till, like, right this moment. I could, like, cross over some of the plush character, like, I do, like, Funtime Freddy. Like, I could do Funtime Freddy's voice, like, hey, Bon Bon, and look, it's the birthday boy, and he's in the breaker room. I don't know why he's in the breaker room, but he's in the breaker room. Yeah, and I think, like, by far, FNAF World will be fun once we can, like, gather everyone together. I think, like, there's a lot of fun times to be had down the road. Yeah. Project FNaf World, a fun Minecraft roleplay coming to a channel near you sometime in the future. Oh, now I see it. I just like I'm on YouTube and it shows the stream in one of the suggested videos. The other location is the Freddy Faz Fright. I don't know if you were around for that, like a spin-off Faz's Fright horror attraction. No, yeah, I think you were, because I had you do a redstone thing for Freddy Faz Fright. The shock.
The horror one. I think I remember. I remember we. I remember we made one of those in my world.
No, we did do one in Project Fanatical, so I had you do like a shock system outside the window for the Freddy Faz Fright. It was like something smaller. Like I need your skills for like something that was gonna be crucial for like that part of the series story. But yeah, I guess like a couple other questions to touch on with like some of like the new stuff coming out, like VR having DLC soon, and like some other stuff. Like I thought about adding maybe a couple scenes from Help Wanted, but let me ask you, as one of my main builders, do you think Help Wanted is necessary to the story we have so far?
I don't think it's necessary to the story.
Because like yeah, because if we did it, we would have to have the
I think
introduction of like glitch trap and all that. I think Help Wanted would just
I don't think it's
complicate.
necessary to the story. I think it. On one hand, we don't want to be too complicated because
There's already a lot of stuff being thrown into this story arc. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah. And then like there's the whole DLC of like this whole. You'll have to check it out. I had a a stream that turned into a joke stream yesterday because I reacted to a FNaf VR, when I'm assuming it's Halloween DLC with this whole new Dreadbear Frankenstein Freddy looking thing. I mean, that's not really
Mm-hmm.
necessary, but I mean, it would be funny for like a Halloween spin-off episode or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there's a mysterious Dreadbear coming out of the park. Do you remember the park we added in FNAF World?
Hmm. So, yeah, I haven't been following FNAF too actively. I basically watch game theories FNAF videos, and that's about the extent of it.
Yeah, understandable.
If they make a theory video about it, I'll probably see it because that's basically one of the only things I care about on game theory anymore. But I'm not like super active
Yeah,
in the FNAF community. I don't think I ever really was.
yeah, I know. There's like this whole new thing going around, breaking into theory now. But that like FNAF World was hinting at the whole video game crossing over to reality and reality crossing over into video game, and it's like,
Yeah.
with the whole new like AR and VR DLC, there's gonna be a lot more. And like I don't think that's needed. Like, oh, all of a sudden we go from a story of, oh, there's like this one character that something happens to, and that's all I'm gonna say. And it's like, and then like we jump from that to, oh, now all of a sudden they're getting possessed and breaking out into reality and all that. I don't think that's what we have in mind.
It's kind of funny because the first FNAF game was basically just there to raise awareness about this. Not even raising awareness. It was just like based off
Yeah, like
that happened in real life. But then FNAF 2 came out, and Scott was like, you know what? I can make an actual unique story. And then by the time you get to like FNAF 4, it's increasingly obvious that Scott. Okay, I think not FNAF 4.
You
Once,
mean like
towards the end of.
So like SL,
Okay,
Pizzeria
between.
Simulator, and like UCN.
Yeah. Yeah, around that time, it's becoming increasingly obvious that Scott kind of wants to end this current story.
And then he like
And I
VR.
Help Wanted was his way of doing that by basically establishing this is a story that exists within this universe, but it is not what I'm going to be focusing on.
Yeah, I know.
It's basically rebooting the series, and I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, like with like you said, Curse of Dread, other stuff coming. It's interesting to see what the series will become.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like if our story would be fine as it is, it's like, oh, my character hires all you guys to work the night shift, things start going wrong, and then the story expands to other haunted
Mm-hmm.
restaurants, people coming back for revenge,
Yeah.
trying to
Don't
end
make the
it
mistake
all.
of thinking that this is a step forward. This is catching a stumble. This is him realizing that the current story it's getting to the point where it isn't workable anymore, and him basically getting a new one, starting anew.
Yeah, I think also one of the recent theories, it's like where they combine the books. It's like, oh, the books at one point were like, oh, their own separate story, and then they started bleeding in, and then Scott straight up says in the new Freddy files, oh, go back to the books to solve the games.
Yeah.
And it's like, there goes another monkey wrench in the story. I'm still waiting for the theory about the triple Jeremy use. Why is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't
And also,
used any actual character names in the story. I think we have like some people use their real names. Some of them, like my character, is going by a different name. But it's like we haven't used like I mean, besides this one little teaser that's on the trailer, we haven't used like Henry, William Afton, Elizabeth, Michael. We haven't used any of that in the story. We have our own characters' names, and it just kind of goes with the FNaf story.
mm, yeah.
And I mean, like, some of the series may seem repetitive, where, like, there was a point where I was, like, jotting down how I wanted the series to go, and it's like, oh, wait, there's, like, half of these series that go day, night, day, night. And I'm like, I don't want to always do that, but it's like, sometimes that's how you have to, like, do it to boost the story, but it's like, at the same time, doing that over and over again will get repetitive day and night cycles. So we will iron out some things, and again, hopefully, like I said, this will be a roleplay coming to a channel near you in the future. Once everyone's like done with school and decided what they're doing with life and whatnot, and maybe the people will have downtime to do stuff like this, we'll return to the project. Again, that's why like I want to redo like this one-off Minecraft PC roleplay of FNaf, and just like retell the story, make it longer, and then like there's actually a roleplay series on the channel. Since this one might take a while. And I think besides that, that's like most of the stuff I think I wanted to cover. I mean, there's like, do you want to have like any like final thoughts of the series as a whole, and like where it can go?
I think there's a lot of potential. It's really a question of how do we expand on it.
I mean, like, yeah, exactly. Expansion is something to think about. Like, I don't want to expand too big where people are like, now you're just becoming as similar as the FNaf series, even though it is a FNaf roleplay, but we want to have our own twist and turns on the story. I mean, like, I've seen from roleplays I watched, like, it would be, like, there's, like, episodes where it's, like, dedicated animatronic perspective, and, like, that might be cool, like, to have, like, let's say we have, like, a Springtrap episode or something where, like, we get to live through the eyes of Springtrap and whatnot in the pizzeria or something. And, like I said, give the animatronics personalities as well, besides just, here's a few night guards, they're being attacked, oh, here's the new day, and etc., and so on and so forth. We could probably, like, spruce it up and whatnot. I think there is, again, a lot of potential for this, as you've stated. We just gotta iron some things out. Yeah, I think... I'm just thinking. Yeah, like I said, there's prequel. I literally have the playlist showing on stream. There's some stuff you can go watch. Just skip over the first thing again, joke trailer. But I mean, there are some fun stuff on the channel. Like the recent thing that was added was recreating the Scott battle from FNaf World. And I mean, like that could be like used as lore. Like, oh, my character had to fight Scott, so hence the formation of Nightmare Scott. Because, I mean, like, there's a lot of storytelling where, like, why would my... There's, like, some questions that can immediately be asked, like, why is my character doing this? Why am I hiring you guys? Like, there's stories about, like, you can justify for this. Like, there's backstories of why I'm hiring you all and whatnot. Like, I hire you all for a different reason and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then again, there's like, why is my character afraid of Scott? You know, as you'll find out in like later episodes when this becomes a thing. And there's like, what? And it's like, there's an episode that I don't actually mind talking about now, and I want your input on it too, where it's like we're gonna take one of my friends. I think I've said his name on stream, but I'll just refer to him. I'm gonna refer to him as Mario's voice actor because he does Mario's voice actor for the plush videos. But we're gonna do a solid episode as a joke episode, but it's gonna be part of the just like a filler episode where it's just like the location goes from being a Freddy's location to his location where he's in charge and he's bossing everyone around, and like you guys are going along with it. And it's like my character starts getting frustrated, like I'm supposed to be the owner or manager of that location. So I think that'd be like a fun one. What do you think of that one? Where it's just like Mario's voice actor gets like takes over the little restaurant for like a day.
That'd be neat.
And it's like you guys just go along with it just to trigger me.
Yeah.
And it's like I get forced to wear like the Fredbear Spring Bonnie mascot suit and all that. And it's like, oh, wear the costume. I'm ordering you to do this. And it's like, but I'm the boss. And it's like, well, guess not anymore for the day. It's gonna be that's gonna be a fun one. And I mean, like, again, one night I will also quickly mention is it's a solo night where it's just you are the night guard, where it's like you come to work, comes into work, and there's like the Shadow Freddy roaming around, literally doing the FNaf 3 minigame. And like,
yeah, like, because y'all are too lazy to come to work one day, and suddenly the shadows are staring at me.
And then like, and it's like you take, and it's like all because you're wearing like a certain thing, and like you take it off, and everything goes back to normal, and my character puts it off like, maybe you're overworking, go home for a day, and then something bad happens the following episode. Again, won't say what, but that's gonna be an episode dedicated to Just Try, where he's just a night guard, and all these things are happening. And there may or may not be some foreshadowing in that episode. I haven't figured it out yet, but yeah, a lot of, I think, interesting stuff are coming down the pipeline. And I mean, like, this itself is also fun. Like, you guys are getting a unique collab. Like, I don't know when Triad will ever be able to come back again and whatnot. So savor this collab, guys. You want to say anything to the to the audience?
It's been nice being.
Sorry, I was talking. You want to say anything to the audience?
I was glad to be.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, might be some stuff in the works. Like, you guys know I've done Hypixel, but recently I've tried and I've had some issues. But when I can get back on that, you can probably maybe expect Try to return for a stream like that or something. Like Hypixel or something like that. But yeah, this I think we're already at the 50-minute mark, and we'll wrap up the stream here. But I think this has been good. We basically, I think, kind of basically summed up what Project FNaf World was, which was the goal of this stream. We talked about like
glad to be here.
We talked about the building process, story elements, kind of. Even though we didn't react to any of the videos, I had the videos in the background. And yeah. Just gonna go back to the desktop. Go back to desktop momentarily. I think that basically wraps up this stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, there might be a couple more streams like this, a unique stream of its kind. Just wait and see. I have another friend I'm trying to work something out with, but you'll see. I think this has been a fun one. I'm glad Try joined me. Do you want anything linked anything in the description? Like, do you have any like social medias they can go check you out on?
No, no, no. But it was nice being here.
There's your answer, folks. You're gonna get a shout out in the description, anyways. You're gonna get special guests, and it's gonna be Try. But yeah, you're just like another person I'm trying to work something out with. For the like, do you have any social medias you want to link? Nah, just put me as a special guest. I'm like, all right, I'll do that when I get to that stream. Guys, again, I love collabs, and when I try not every month to get one in, but I do try and get them in. So, yeah, I think otherwise this is gonna be, like I said, the end of the stream. This has been a almost hour-long stream, and again, this is kind of the point where like we're burning out. We don't really know what else to say because we covered a lot in like the first half an hour. But I mean, again, fun. You got a new guest and all that, so definitely am gonna suggest this stream to you all if you guys want to meet and get a little bit to know about Try. Again, like I said, as Afton will say, or he will always come back. Hopefully, mate. I hope to have you back, friendo, for other stuff besides talking about roleplay, but that will come in due time. But yeah, I think that's the end of the stream. I'm surprised. I don't know if you had the stream up yourself,